Hi, today we're going to do the May 8th distance learning packet. We're making really good progress on this, and thank you for reading with me and working with me today. So remember to work when you're reading for 15 minutes. That's really important. That's probably the most important thing you do all day, so make sure that you don't skip that step. So today we're going to reread The Sun, which we read yesterday, and today we're going to look at it for another purpose. We always want to read more than once. We learn more the second time than what we did the first time. So this is called The Sun. The sun is a star, a huge, hot, shining ball of gases. Earth and the other planets in our solar system orbit around the sun. The sun is very important. Without it, there would be no life on Earth. Living creatures on Earth depend on energy from the sun. We need the heat and the light. Plants use sunlight to make food. Then they grow and give off oxygen. People and animals breathe the oxygen and eat the plants. So what we're going to do today, we're going to look at words that have more than one syllable to read those longer words. And it's very important that we read words that are more than one syllable because so many of the words that we read in our books and our stories have more than one syllable. So today we have 3 words we're going to work on. So I'm going to write the words. These are from our stories. So here's that word right here. Now this word splits right here before the T. And this first part then says creatures. Creatures. So see how it has 2? Let's clap that word out. Creatures. 2 syllables. I know it has 2 syllables because it has 2 different vowel sounds. All right, the next word we're going to do is this word. And this word is right here in our story. We're going to split it again right before that consonant. Let's read the first part. Depend. Depend. Where it says they depend on energy. That has that long E because it's an open syllable. It ends with that E, so it makes that sound. And the last one, and this one's also a high frequency word, so you might know this one. This one splits before the consonant. And this one's a little hard because we haven't done EO, but this is a high frequency word. We've seen it, we've read it. So it's people. People. And that O doesn't make any sound at all, does it? People. And we can clap that one out. People. So you can read longer words. You can look for different parts of the shorter words, shorter parts of the word, to read the long words. These were also, the ones we did yesterday, were also 2 syllable words. Only they split it a little bit differently. So that is the story of the sun. Feel free during your 15 minutes of rereading to come back and read this as part of your 15 minutes. Now that we've read it twice, it's one that you can read fairly well. Now we're going to move on to our phonics. And remember, we're working with the bird card. So it's bird, E-R-I-R-U-R. That would be the sound spelling routine for that word. Now, we read a book yesterday, and we're going to reread the book again today. And it has E-R, I-R, and U-R words in it. So since it's the second time we've read it, we're going to work on fluency, reading it a little bit smoother. Really try to keep up with me as I read. Again, we have our high frequency words, earth and near, that we are working on. So make sure you're looking for those words as well. Our turning planets. These planets spin or turn around. They also circle the sun. Each planet has its own orbit. You can see the order of the planets. The sun is at the center. Mercury is near the sun. Now we're going to turn the page and we're going to keep reading, start reading about the different planets. Venus is the next planet. It is about the same size as Earth. This planet is as hot as can be. The third planet is Earth. As far as we know, it is the one planet that has life. After Earth comes Mars. It is a cold planet made of red rocks. That is why Mars is called the red planet. Next come Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These huge planets are made of swirling gases. And yesterday we talked about how to tell them apart, how different they are. Last is frozen Pluto. Today, most experts don't consider it a planet. There is still much more to discover. Did you ask your parents yesterday if, when they grew up, that Pluto is considered a planet? Ask them if they think Pluto's a planet and see what they say. All right, so that's the end of our reading today. It was a little bit shorter because we read the book once before. It's always a little quicker the second time. So get set and ready for the next set. All right, so we're going to move on to our writing. And today our writing prompt is a free write. Draw and write about any topic you choose. And I always like the free writes because you can write about anything, whatever is interesting to you at the time. The hardest part about a free write is coming up with a topic. So I always like to write about something that just seems interesting to me at the time, whatever I'm thinking about, maybe something I've done or something I want to do. So today, and I don't think I have written about this yet, I'm going to write about our new puppy. So I got a new puppy over while we've been quarantined. So I thought maybe I would tell you about my new puppy since you have not heard about her yet. So I'm going to write, I got a new puppy. I make sure I have my capital, space between my words, period at the end. Good writing is always good writing. Those things you always want to pay attention to. Now I have to think about what I want to tell you about my puppy. So I want to think about what might you want to know. So I think I'll tell you her name because you probably would like to know her name. So her name is, now when I write her name, I need to put a capital letter because you always capitalize a name. So I'm going to put a capital P, and her name is Pixie. Her name is Pixie. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about Pixie. So I'm going to say she is very small. So if you're somebody who's in my class, you've heard me talk about my dogs before, and you know I have a very, very big white fluffy dog that I've talked about and I've showed you pictures. And Pixie is not like that. Pixie is very small. Not this small. She's pretty small though. So that's something that is interesting to me. I'm going to say she likes to run and eat. What does she like to eat? Food? No. Pixie likes to eat sticks. Why? I don't know. So let me read what I have about Pixie. I got a new puppy. Her name is Pixie. She is very small. She likes to run and eat sticks. So I have a little room. If I wanted to, I could write another sentence. I don't have to. I should draw a picture of Pixie up here, and I will do that. If you want to see what Pixie looks like, I think I have a picture of me with Pixie on one of the other days on the front cover. So you might have noticed her there. All right, so that's your free write. You guys make your choice, whatever you want to write about. Just make sure it's good writing. And then we're going to move on to our grammar. And yesterday we worked with our from the bird card and our high frequency words. So we want to do that again today. So first thing we should do is we should read the words. Let's read those words. Bird, clerk, earth, every, first, hurt, nurse, serve, shirt, turn. Now it says write the correct spelling. So now we're going to sort them out by the spelling patterns from the bird card, right? We have ER, IR, UR. So we're going to look for words that have ER, IR, and UR, and we're going to sort them out into the different ones. So we have, let's see, spelling words with IR. Spelling words with UR will go here. Spelling words with ER will go here. And spelling word with EAR goes here. And it says word here, not words. So I know I'm only going to find one. So I could do it a couple ways. I could either look for all the IR words first, or I could just go across the list. And I think I'm going to go across the list, just for something different than what we did last time. So what was this word again? It was bird. So was bird, did it have IR, UR, ER, or EAR? It had IR. So we're going to put bird right here. And how do you spell bird? B-I-R-D. Be very careful. Make sure you have a B and a D there. Watch how they're facing. That's very important. Going into second grade, you need to know that. I'm going to cross the word off now that I've used it, so I know that I've used it. Let's look at the second one. Clerk. Clerk. Does clerk have IR, UR, ER, or EAR? It has ER. Clerk. C-L-E-R-K. And I write it right there under ER. Make sure you put that in the right place. Draw your line. Read your next word. Earth. Was earth E-I-R, U-R, E-R, or E-A-R? It's got E-A-R, right? So this is the only one that's going to go in this part. Notice it has a capital letter. We talked about that yesterday, that's the name of a planet. It needs a capital letter. E-A-R-T-H. And if I did it right, they'll have the same letters in it, right? Earth. Let's see, what about this one? Every. Let's see, every. Is it E-I-R, U-R, E-R? We know it's not E-A-R. It has E-R, so it goes under E-R. And I'll just put it right here, I guess. Every. Every. Let's look at this one. First. I-R, U-R, or E-R? It has I-R, of course. So we're going to write it right here. F-I-R-S-T. First. And make sure you're reading those words with me. That's important so you can learn them. Hurt. Well, where would that go? I-R, U-R, or E-R? Oh, we have one for U-R. First one for U-R. H-U-R-T. Hurt. H-U-R-T. Cross. Nurse. I-R, U-R, or E-R? U-R, right? N-U-R-S-E. Make sure you spell it the same way that it's spelled up here and the same way that I'm spelling it for you. Let's read this one. Serve. Serve. So where would serve go? I-R, U-R, or E-R? And it has the E-R spelling. So it's going to go right here. So it's going to finish this one up. Spell it correctly. S-E-R-V-E. Serve. Once you've written it, I'm going to cross it out. You don't have to cross it out if you don't want to. It's just easier for me, I think. Let's read this one. Shirt. Shirt. Now look at your spelling. We've already filled in these two. So it's I-R or U-R. Which one do we want to do? I-R, right? So we're going to put it here. Shh. It has that S-H, doesn't it? Shh. S-H-I-R-T. Shirt. So if we did this correctly, our last word should fit here, but I always check to make sure. So if I made a mistake, I can catch that, hopefully. Let's sound it out. Earn. Turn. And that goes under U-R. It is U-R, so we did this one correctly. T-U-R-N. Earn. Turn. All right, so once you have done this, then we are ready to move on to our next section. So let's get ready for some math. All right, so we have math warm-up, make a number. Write addition or subtraction sentences to make the number 6. 2 examples have been completed for you. We did an activity like this a couple of days ago using the number 5. So we're going to do the same thing, only now we're going to use 6, where we want our answer to be 6, whether we do addition or subtraction. So 7 minus 1 was one example they gave us. 7 minus 1 equals 6, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was one example. They have this one, 2 plus 3 plus 1 more equals 6. 2 plus 3 plus 1, and it does equal 6, doesn't it? So now we want to come up with some other ones. I'm going to do 2 of them with you, and then I'm going to have you do the other 4 on your own, because I know you guys can do that. So let's do a subtraction one. I think an easy way is just to start with 10. So we're going to start with 10, and we're going to take away 6 and see how many we would have left, okay? Actually, no, let's start with 10, and let's go down until we have 6 left. Let's try that. So we have 10, and we're going to start taking away until we have 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 left. How many did I take away? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 minus 4 equals 6. You could try some other ones with different numbers. Maybe not start with 10. Take some away and see how many you would end up with. See if you can find some that equals 6. You can also do addition. So here's 6, and right away I see one that I can do. So I have 5 on this hand, 1 on this hand. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 plus 1 equals 6. So I'm going to put that one right there as my example. So you can use, if you want to just do addition ones, you can. If you want to do some addition, some subtraction, you can use counters. Get 6 counters and try different combinations to see what ways you can add to get 6. If you want to get a little fancier and do some subtractions, you can do that as well. All right, so that's what this page is. Very similar to what we've done before. So I'm sure you can do those last 4 on your own. Again, you can use counters if you need to, if you find it easier to help you figure those out. All right, then the last thing we're going to do is using a number line to add. Now, my class, we didn't really do very much with number lines. We really focused on using the counters and drawings and using fingers. So number lines we haven't done a lot with, but it is an important thing to know. And in 2nd grade, you might very well be doing a lot of that if your teacher likes to use number lines. So let's make sure we know how to use it. So you can use a number line to add. Start with the greater number and count on by moving to the right. Because when you add, your answer should get bigger. So if you start on the greater number, 5 plus 3, so you start here at 5, then you jump 3 numbers. You count on 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. And where did we stop? On the 8. So 5 plus 3 jumps equals 8. So it's the same thing as what we did with when we counted on with our fingers, only now we're using the number line to count on. And for some people, that's easier, so it is a good thing to practice. 6 plus 2. So which one is the greater number? So 6 is your greater number. So you're going to circle the 6. So go ahead and circle the 6. Then we're going to make 2 jumps. So we want to show 2 jumps. Like this one shows 3. So we're going to do 2 jumps starting at the 6. 1, that's 1 jump. And 2, that's 2 jumps. And what number did we stop on? The 8. 6, 7, 8. And we can check that with our fingers to see if we're right. 6 plus 2, 6, 7, 8. And see, we got the same sum. 8 plus 2. So now where do we start? Start on the 8, so circle the 8. And we're going to make how many jumps? 2 jumps. So make those 2 jumps with me. 1, 2. 2 jumps. What number did we stop on? The 10. So 8 plus 2 equals 10. So write down the sum of 10. 1 plus 4. Which one is our greater number? 4 is our greater number. And the reason why we do that is because you don't have to jump as many steps if you start with the greater number. We're going to go 1 jump. Ready? 1 jump. 1. And where did you stop? On the 5. So 5 is your sum. Okay, now I want you to try this one. Take a moment, circle the greater number, make your 2 jumps, 1, 2, and where did you stop? Okay, let's see if you did the same as me. Hopefully you did try that. 7 plus 2. So I circled 7. And how many jumps did I make? 2. Let's see if my jumps are just like yours. 1, 2. And what number did you stop on? Did you stop on 9 as well? I got a sum of 9. So that was my answer. So make sure you go back and you finish this page. Challenge yourself, see what you can come up with. And also, if you haven't done the writing yet, if you didn't pause the video to do the writing, pause the video. Make sure you go back and you get everything done. Don't forget to do your reading. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a super day.